Welcome back everyone to the FIDE World Rapid Championship from Qatar. Grandmaster Benjamin Bach and Grandmaster Aman Hamilton bringing you all the action. Aman, and our marquee matchup for round number 7 is definitely this one between Vladislav Artemiev and Magnus Carlsen. What do you think?
Yeah, Magnus with the black pieces. He's also in a tough spot here because for the first time he's not really on top of the tournament, right? He's dealing with Artemiev, who won that position pretty much 10 seconds against 10 minutes. So this will be a really exciting one. David Anton also back in the mix. MVL at 5 points. Hans is now up on board 4 and playing against his countryman Ray Robson, while Erigaisi, after that unfortunate loss against Artemiev, is still up there. But look at some of the underdogs, Shigaev and Enriquez, who are now facing Erigaisi and Sindarov. Bach. I think those matchups are going to be ones to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, the tournament's still long, so even though Arjun is a point behind, he can easily still come back. Here we see some more pairings. We see Anish playing with Black against Shimanov, Youngi against Lazovic, who we know as an online specialist, but also over the board at the World Rapid and Blitz, he's having some good results. We see Nihal, we see Liam, Lay. Lots of exciting pairings all around him on.
Yeah, and a lot of the younger players are getting their opportunity. I see Similansky, I see Yez Khan. These are some of the players that you see perform maybe online or in some events in the past. Maybe they've been international masters now, of course, gaining a lot of rating and earning Grandmaster titles. It's very impressive to see. And a lot of people have been asking about Ali Reza Firouzja. Of course, he's still in the event. Matter of fact, he hasn't even lost a game, but all those draws are really adding up. You can see here he's playing on board 14, while the Americans are all with the white pieces there. The conglomerate, as we jump over to the women's section, still on board 1, but I think this matchup, Bach, is really important for the women's section. Zhu Jiner against Nino Batsiashvili.
Yeah, whoever wins that one is going to take the lead. Then we also see Goryachkina just half a point behind. We see Vaishali, Sarah Kadem. Yeah, lots of action that can still happen. It's still pretty early, I would say, but a loss now would set you quite far back. So it's important to keep your foot on the gas, try to keep winning. And here we see Magnus. What do you make of his body language, Aman?
I mean, he's probably just a little disappointed with himself from that last game, but I don't think he's coming into this game terribly upset because he's certainly strong enough to know that in that previous game, much worse could have happened, right? For his standards, MVL definitely could have won that game. So overall, he's got to be happy. He knows he's going to have some games in this event that just do not go perfectly for him. And as a result, if his bad games are the ones that he pulls out draws in, I think he's going to be happy.
Absolutely. Yeah, same. We see him here playing with black piece against Artemiev. Artemiev took a lot of time against Arjun and Aman. Here, after d4, d5, Artemiev is again paused to think. Magnus playing the Queen's Gambit declined, which makes a lot of sense. It usually keeps a lot of pieces on the board and avoids any direct symmetry that, let's say, an opening like the Slav would invite if you go for the exchange Slav.
Yep. Yeah, the Queen's Gambit is, also the e6 move is a bit of an indication of his mindset coming in. He's not looking to equalize. Remember, he's playing somebody who's actually ahead of him in the standings. So if he draws here, all of a sudden there's a lot of players who are on 5 points currently who might win their game. And the expectation for Magnus coming into these events is nothing short of first place, if we're being honest.
Yep, no, I'm sure that's also his expectation for himself. So he's definitely looking to fight here. And Artemiev has now paused the thing. I guess he's trying to think if he's going to go for knight c3, more of a classic Queen's Gambit decline, or perhaps knight f3. That would give him the opportunity to go back into the Catalan with g3 on the next turn.
Yeah, and as someone in the chat is pointing out, and I did mention this earlier, but yeah, Magnus is playing with the black pieces again. That does happen, right, Bach, in these tournaments. It's a bit unpleasant to play the black pieces twice in a row, but it's a long tournament. At some point, Magnus might get the white pieces twice in a row, and usually it does find a way of evening itself out. But yeah, after a tough game to have to play the black pieces again is never too fun.
No, absolutely. But the good news for Magnus is that he probably will get a double white later on in the tournament. The thing is, why he's getting the double black is because both Magnus and Artemiev had black in the last game, and since Artemiev is ahead in the standings, he gets preference to switch colors.
Yep, and important to realize that that preference is not always a good thing. It really means that he would switch colors no matter which color he had. So if they both had white and Artemiev was ahead, he would also switch to the black pieces. So then it would benefit Magnus, maybe in that case, to get white. So it's not that he gets a preference to choose the white pieces. It's really he has to swap whatever color he just had.
Yeah, and Artemiev going for quite a think here in a very standard theoretical position after like 2.5 minutes. He finally decides on knight f3, knight f6 quickly by Magnus, and he goes knight c3, which is kind of interesting to start with knight f3 and not knight c3. Well, what do you think, Amal?
Yeah, knight c3 offers some more opportunities. We have seen the move c5 played in this event so far, so perhaps avoiding some of those more aggressive variations like the Tarrasch ideas with black playing the move pawn to c5. So if I just take move back here, I'll just put knight c3 on the board. And we have seen this. It was actually a really interesting game. Pawn takes d5 and then e4 played by Arjun earlier in this tournament, and it honestly worked really, really well. It was a beautiful game that Arjun played with the white pieces. And, you know, Magnus might be interested in maybe playing into something like this. Of course, e4 not forced. But no matter what here, as white, it's a bit of a more open, loose position. And Artemiev, known as a more solid player. Artemiev, I think, his games get interesting because he gets low on the clock.
Right. Yep. And here we see c6 by Magnus going for the semi-Slav, e3, a very solid move by Artemiev, and knight bd7. I think the semi-Slav, again, in the Queen's Gambit decline, is usually one of the options that gives the most winning chances for black. It should keep a lot of pieces on the board, avoid, once again, any real symmetry, but e3 followed by like queen c2, perhaps b3, is very solid for white and honestly always very difficult to cook up any real imbalance with black.
That's right. Yeah, queen c2 is the standard move here, just to see how black is going to respond, and you're usually hopeful to delay moving this light squared bishop. If black captures before you've moved, it's always a benefit to take back right away, but obviously the black player knows this and certainly will not be playing pawn takes on c4. Will rather wait for bishop e2, and then an extra move will need to be spent there.
Right, and we see pawn to b6 by Magnus. A bit of a sideline. The main line by far and large is definitely the move bishop to d6. So now Artemiev has paused to think as well. The main options here are developing bishop, the light square bishop that is, either the e2 or d3, or b3, also possible. So let's see what he is going to do.
Yeah, b6 is a little bit offbeat. And Artemiev, we've seen from the last game, he's playing in a way that's relatable to me in terms of the clock management. Previous game was certainly indicative. We see here early time spent as well. Obviously, that's not something that is good to do, but at the same time, it's part of his style. He uses the time to get to a position and navigate to one that he's comfortable with. So, it's hard to just say, "Oh, play faster," because then all of a sudden, you're talking to the guy who's leading the World Rapid Championship, and he's leading for a reason.
Absolutely, yeah. And Artemiev decided to trade on d5, and Magnus almost instantly recaptures with the e-pawn. Perhaps the more correct move would be to take with the c-pawn, but it makes it very difficult for black to ever win that position. So with this move, Magnus is really making his intentions clear. He wants a fight. He wants to win this game to overtake the lead. But Aman, let's say white goes bishop d3 here, followed by castles and e4. I honestly think it's still quite difficult for black to get the imbalance you really want.
Yeah, something like castles on both sides, and then pawn to e4, and you see the h7 and the c6 pawns, especially after, for example, a lot of captures here, would immediately be difficult to handle. You're probably going to have to intentionally sacrifice a pawn here, maybe with knight to f6, but yeah, despite the isolated pawn, The fact that black has played b6 always makes these positions much more playable for white with the isolated pawn, because there's equally an important target on c6.
Absolutely. Yep, c6 is weak. Okay, bishop e7 played by Magnus. Alright, so now let's see if Artemiev is going to castle. That is the move I expect, although e4 right here can also already be considered.
That's right. Yeah, c6 is going to be weak no matter what. Castling makes sense first, especially because if black castles, then the move e4 after that does make a lot of sense. But at some point, we're going to see the move bishop to b7 in order to guard the c6 pawn, and then rook e8, rook c8 for white. The move e4 seems very standard. You could play with knight e5 as well, but given the fact that black's played bishop e7 and white sort of set up the pieces like this, it's hard to imagine that e4 does not get played, especially because the resulting position attacks c6 and h7 so nicely.
Exactly. Now Magnus has paused the thing. He probably realizes that if he castles, the most standard move in the position, e4, will probably be played by Artemiev, but I don't think there's a good way to avoid that amount. I mean, you can play bishop e7, but I think still e4 is going to be played. So Magnus has paused the thing, but I think almost everything is going to lead to a slightly worse position for him.
Yep, and he knows this going in, and there is bishop b7 in order to guard the c6 pawn ahead of time. e4 played, and I think this will be castles instead of king f8 there. Relay arrow error, yes. No way. King f8 is happening, not in an over-the-board game, of course. And yeah, this is pretty standard Bach, I think. Magnus is happy, he's used less than a minute. Meanwhile, the position is slightly worse, however, very navigated territory, so I don't think Magnus is too unhappy.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, there's a slight imbalance given the fact that white has that isolated pawn on d4, which can be a little bit weak in the future. As you pointed out, the pawn on c6 is also a little bit weak, and it's blocking the bishop on b7. Now you can solve that problem by going c6 to c5, but then you get rid of white's potentially weak pawn on d4. So difficult to really get the imbalanced Magnus ones on the board, but Aman, he is already building up quite a lead on the clock.
Yeah, it's meaningful, and we can safely say that at the opening, both players maybe are happy with what they got. Magnus a time lead and let's say an imbalanced position, and Artemiev with a slightly better position with the white pieces, where he's executed the main plan, e4, and now needs to complete development. So maybe let's move around to some of the other games. We can spend about a couple of nanoseconds looking at Ray Robson and Hans Niemann before realizing that is the symmetrical position that we were kind of talking about and alluding to with the Slav possibility in Magnus's game. Well, that's actually happened in Ray Robson against Hans Niemann with opposite bishops, almost ultra equality expected in that one.
Yeah. 94, that was the first move that Hans spent some time on. All right, so now let's see what Ray is. Okay, yeah, we'll see what's going to happen there. Not going to be easy for Hans to cook up some winning chances there. Another move that's catching my eye, Aman, is the game between David Anton and MVL on board number 2. We see that Anton has actually played queenside castles, which might look very odd given the fact that he's pushed up so many pawns. But the queenside is kind of locked, so his king is probably safe over there.
Yeah, that's right. This is a weird position with queenside castling. It's almost funny that you would castle on this side, but it makes perfect sense when you think of how locked up it is. The bishop on b2 is no good. Positions like this, I always start to think about moves like g4, just to take control of f5, because the knight looks so good on e4, and I'm picturing that if black plays f5, and then eventually knight f6, that all of a sudden I'm not sure I like white's position. So
it's going to give these people like Ali Reza a chance to catch up. I don't know if Magnus can really avoid it. I mean, he can avoid it with like Queen C7, but this also looks very bad. There's a lot of light square weakness. Yeah, this is actually bad. Apparently, oh, Bishop D5 just wins, actually. So, yeah, I mean, there's no limit on when you can offer a draw. No limit. No. Anish's game looks very drawish, too. But Anish, if anyone can try to win, it will be him. What else do we have? Senderov game still going. I think it's going to be a draw. I think this will be a draw. Magnus has to make the decision whether to take the draw or whether to go for more and take a worse position and think he can outplay him, but I don't see a good way. Like, Rook C8's another option, but I mean, even this one's also bad, right? Oh, there's this too. Yeah, I mean, actually for Magnus, Queen D6 is maybe the only way to avoid. This still, maybe Bishop D3, maybe just, yeah, this also just looks terrible for black. Double wooden shield as well. Tessa says you can go Bishop D6. I mean, I'm sure you can do this. Actually, this one makes sense, but I still feel like even if you get this still feels like better for white, right? Yeah, it's still better for white. Okay, let's see. Gukesh plays knight d3. I like where his knight is going. I actually think Gukesh is going to win this game. Maybe wins too strong. It's just queen d8, but I like the trend of this game. Check Scene a move ahead. Okay, Scene a move ahead versus Ali Reza. We got Bishop G4. This is apparently just, yeah, it's just bad. Takes Bishop F6. This looks okay for black. You've got the two Bs. Anything could happen in this game. We get Bishop F6, H3, F5 are both playable. But this will be a sharp game. How's the baby? The baby's good. Baby's good. Anybody who has a kid, they're probably familiar with this thing called tummy time, right? And I mean, I don't know how many people here have kids. Probably not a lot, but at least some do. And tummy time is always fun. So we get E6 here. So let's see what we get. From Magnus waiting for a move here. Thanks so much to Anichas for the sub. Thanks so much to Anichas. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thank you. Oh my god! Oh my god, Magnus just blunders it. Oh my god. Someone in chat said, could Magnus miss it? And he did miss. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Bishop D5 is if Artemiev takes his time, he'll find it. Now apparently Bishop takes H6 is winning, by the way. Yeah, Magnus now is in pure blufferoni mode. He's gonna have to bluff and pray that he can get some. He can do something to the time situation. Yeah, Bishop takes H6 is winning here, by the way. Oh my gosh. I think Artemiev's going to see this too. I think he's going to see Bishop takes H6. This one? Oh, this is just completely winning for white. I mean, I'm worried about the time though. Like, why is he so slow? I mean, there is increment, but still, like, trying to live against Magnus with 10 seconds on the clock, I mean... Yeah, Yeah, if Magnus loses this game, it's gonna be a slog to win the tournament. It's gonna be a tough slog to win if he loses this game. We'll see what happens. Takes bishop g5, I assume. Yeah, bishop g5 is not a hard move to play here. Very easy, just to slide the king and then rook e1. Main problem for Magnus is just he's a little bit too slow here. Where do you go? He didn't move yet. Yeah, bishop g5 is probably the best, but bishop e3 is fine. I would go here just so that you have these ideas with rook e1. Rook f6. Ah, you escape this way. This is winning? Why? Wow. I don't like queen g6, but it is what it is. Get bishop h2, king h1 here. I mean, Magnus is all the time in the world, so Magnus is going to try to figure out how to keep this game going. I expect takes, bishop d6, rook e1, and like bishop f8, but like this is also, ugh. This is also very bad, though. Magnus could win this game, though. He could win. I mean, because of the time situation, he could win. If you were to ask me right now, I would put the odds 10% that Magnus wins this. I'd say 65% that he loses and 15% that it's a draw. That's what I would say. I would say 65% chance that Artemiev wins, 15% chance, or 65, yeah, 15%. Sorry, that's wrong. 20% chance that it's a draw, and then 15% chance that Magnus wins. That sounds wrong. No, it should be like 70-20-10. So 70% chance Artemiev wins, 20% chance of a draw, 10% chance that Magnus wins. That's what I would say. Yeah, I can't do math. Yeah, I don't think it's 15% chance that Magnus wins actually, though. Artemiev way too slow, by the way. Apparently rook fe1 was better. I guess there's bishop a6, bishop c4 here. But I mean, Magnus, I don't think he's going to find this. He knows he's getting cooked in this game. Yeah, I think 70-20-10 is the breakdown. 70% chance that Artemiev wins, 20% chance to draw, 10% chance that Magnus wins. That's what I would say. I don't know how Magnus is supposed to create play here is the problem. This f4 rook e8 idea is just so problematic here. I think Artemiev should win the game, but we'll see. I mean, Magnus just missed it. He missed a one-move tactic. It happens. But f4 now? Yeah, f4, obviously. Bishop d6. There is bishop b2. I still think Magnus has a chance to save the game. I still think he has a chance to save this. If he plays bishop b2, maybe even winning chance if he takes. If he doesn't take the pawn, I think he's probably going to lose, but I think if he takes the pawn, he's going to have chances, maybe. Maybe. Gukesh's team has been pretty balanced for a long, long time. I mean, it's not even that I'm not even rooting for Artemiev. I mean, I am just because, like, he struggled in the team event that I just played in the Global Chess League, so I'd like to see him do well. But I'm not really rooting against Magnus. I just think it would just be nice to see Artemiev win, because he really had a rough go of it. It felt like in the Global Chess League. Ali Reza is struggling. Yeah. Ali Reza's losing. Is he losing or just worse? I mean, everybody says that, but let's go to his game. He's apparently much worse, but why? Takes. Oh, could you sack? I mean, this is very computerish. Yes, this is winning, but very, very computerish. Oof. I actually think Ali Reza, unless Cena move ahead sees this rookie one idea, I think Ali Reza should win this game. That's my prediction. If Ali Reza can keep the bishops here, he'll win the game. Bornit's struggling in the event. He's not having a good event. Yeah, I mean, okay, he goes for the shot. Yeah, just bishop g5, queen e6, yeah. You've got to move your bishop back here. Because even rook f6 is a threat now. Rook f6, queen d7. Yeah, you've got to move the bishop back. What? He's trying to go rook d d8, so bishop c6. And if here, you have rook d... I mean, this is... If Magnus were lower on time... Wait. No, if you sack the queen, there's checkmate. There's checkmate on g7 here. If Magnus had 20 seconds, Artemiev would win this, like, 90%. But with Magnus having 2 minutes to calculate the lines, there's still hope for Magnus here. I mean, it's still, I still think Artemiev actually has great chances to win in this endgame. Not bishop c6, sorry. In this endgame. Because I think this is probably zero risk. Or wait, sorry, wrong order. You go check first. Takes. Oh, is this just winning? Oh no, you can't check through king g7. Like, this is probably cleanly winning. But we'll see. Okay, so we get rook d8. Bishop c6 will be played, and then we reach the moment of truth. Artemiev probably will play rook f8, queen e6, I assume. Because actually after bishop here, it's pretty easy to see that this is not good, because there's pressure. So it's pretty easy to see that. So I think after this we'll probably get this exact line that I mentioned with queen e6. Ali Reza is losing. Oh, did Cena move ahead sack the rook? Oh my... Oh! By the way, what can I say? Cena move ahead. I mean, the guy, this kid, he's just, I mean, why is he allowed to play chess? He can see ahead. It's not allowed. You're not allowed to see the future. Brutal. Just, I mean, actually just, like, brutal. I mean, I'm gonna have to recap this game, by the way. Magnus wondered. King g1. Queen. Rook takes f8, just GG. Rook f8, GG. Good. What did Magnus do? He went for this? I mean, queen h5 might work. You just take. Yeah, just take. I mean, check king f1. Wow. Artemiev, baby. Artemiev with the big dub. Yeah. Huge loss for Magnus. Huge loss. This really hurts his chances. He can still come back, but let's go back to the big game. Cena move ahead, proving why he is the #1 player from Iran, beating Ali Reza, who ran away. So, amazing. I mean, what can I say? But this kid is good. He's been good online for a long time, and nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew who he was, but man, he's good. He's good. I mean, I'm joking, of course. Relax, I'm joking. But man, kids these days, eh? Kids these days. Oh, I ran away. I ran away. I ran away. I didn't even think about that. Actually, good one. I didn't actually think about that one. That's. I did not think about that when I said it. But anyway, good one. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. Man. Kids though. Kids. Seriously, like kids. Like. He sees the board better than others. I mean, if you can see a move ahead, of course you see the board better than everyone else. What kind of question is that? I mean, what kind of question is that? Let's be real. But, yeah, I mean, great player. Great player. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, I did not think he would find this, but he found it and just, like, steamrolls Ali Reza. Just steamrolls him. Wow. That's actually his real name. His real name is Cena Move Ahead. That's his real name. Like, it's not a joke, actually. But what a brutal crushing. I mean, that's just an actual, like, just a proper ass whooping. Pardon my French, or my English, I should say, but that was like a proper whipping. Like, just a proper whipping from him. I mean, apparently I4 was a mistake, but, or mistake too strong, but. Yeah, Bishop G4 was not a move that I thought was good, but he played it. I mean, it's. Fianchetto's the bishop. Yeah, I mean, just like, wow. Petition to not allow kids under 18 to play. I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that statement. I mean, yeah. I mean, just tremendous play. What more needs to be said? Just tremendous play. Okay, Gukesh's game. This looks rookie 5. Or this looks. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be a draw. But if anybody's better, it's probably black with the extra pawn. Bishop f5 too. Hikar, did you lose Elo? No, I gained Elo. I had a good event in India. I was actually the only player besides Ali Reza on board 1 to have a good event. So I gained like 10 points, I think. But yeah, wow. Okay, Fabiano is going to win against Provian. That's nice to see. What else do we have? Oh, Sindarov messed this up. It's still... He has a chance to save it, but it's going to be unpleasant. I think Sindarov will save with A4, maybe. Let's watch Gutam. Okay, how's Gautam doing? Where's Gautam? Gautam chess. Wrong game. Okay, Gautam. Oh my, Gautam beat Amin. I mean, kids. Kids these days, jeez. Yeah, Gautam Chess is having a great event. Gautam will become a GM. Gotham will not. Just for anybody who's wondering. Yes, Gautam Chess will become a GM. But Gotham Chess will not. Amazing chess. I mean, really phenomenal chess. Phenomenal chess. So what do we have? Okay, Arjun up Juicer, but this should be a draw. He'll try forever, but it should be a draw. Wait, Anisha's losing now. What? What? Yeah, I mean, insane. Also, yeah, I saw Anish wrote something else, which I didn't understand. He wrote something else this morning, which I, again, did not understand at all. But yeah, why draw if you can lose? I mean, Anish's chance to go out the window now, too. Because this one, yeah, this will be a draw. Probably check takes is what I would do. I would go check takes. Takes, yeah, this will be a draw. Yeah, it's just gonna be a draw. All right, so this will be a draw. What else do we have? What else do we have? Dominguez is better, I think. No, maybe not. Pawns, a lot of weak pawns. Peters is what? Zeros? Yeah, so not very exciting. Not very exciting at all. Not very exciting. Okay, that game's a draw. So Gukesh is the last game left. Probably king e5, king d4. Who's in the lead now? Artemiev is dominating. He's 1 point clear of the field, I believe. Assuming this is a draw, he's 1 point clear of the field. I think he should take this pawn here. Yeah, this will be a draw. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a draw. Okay, yeah. So let's take a look at the results. Okay, we look at the results. Okay, so Artemiev is ahead by 1 point. He is 1 point clear of the following players: Laquang, Shimanov, Hans Niemann, Ray Robson, Alexis Urana, David Anton, Gukesh, Nihal, Maxime, and Seen a move ahead. So, yeah. So 1 point clear lead for Artemiev after 7 rounds. He's lighting it up so far. Very, very, very good stuff. So, yeah, it's looking like it's Artemiev's tournament to lose right now as we hit the first break. So let's see, Sindarov's game. Sindarov about to lose too. Man, everybody and their brother is losing. There's just rook b2 to collect the juicers. You can't guard both of these pawns with the bishop. Also, it's funny, Magnus declined the draw and got punished for it. Magnus would have taken the draw if Artemiev wasn't so low on time. That's actually what's amazing about the Magnus game. If Magnus wasn't so low on time, if Artemiev wasn't so low on time, Magnus would not have done that. It would have been a draw. But Magnus thought it was poker and not chess, and so he gambled and he lost badly. Okay, this looks like a draw. Lazovic gonna make another draw. What else do we have? Okay, a lot of games still going. Prague against Minlay. Okay, Prague should win. It's a queen and pawn endgame. Maybe queen f5 here. Actually, I like queen f5 to check. There's a check. Maybe queen g8 also. Maybe queen g4. Queen d1, I assume. played some Blitz earlier, and I probably lost a ton of rating points, so I don't really feel like playing Blitz today. Should be winning. So all the games are pretty much over, it looks like. So let's see what we get. Yeah, it was a slow start to the round, and everything became really exciting. Yeah, King G4 with King G5. Yeah, it's going to be a big break, so I'll probably go use the restroom, get some more tea, more water, get ready for the next round. There are only 4 rounds today, right? So there are only 2 more rounds, I think. Yeah, just G4, G5, Queen F6, GG. G4. I'm gonna go G4, G5, King G7, push the P. Very simple. Okay, now probably just King G7 is clean. Queen F6 is also good, but probably King G7 is also very easy here, just to keep massaging the position. Yep. Yeah, easy win here. Easy win. There's G5, G6, of course. Do you want to play Norway Chess 2026? I will not be playing Norway Chess in 2026. No, I won't be playing. Keep pushing the P, like G6, King G8. Not E6, there might be is this stalemate? The stalemate, right? Yeah, this is stalemate here, not E6. Very important to push G6 here. Yeah. That's actually really cool that E6 you sack the queen and it's just GG. Draw on the spot. But he goes G6 correctly. Refresh it. Yeah, now I just wins E6, E7, King G8, shield the king, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I will play EWC, yes. Of course I'll be playing EWC, yeah. I will be. Now Hans is ahead of Magnus in the standings. Queen D7 is E7, Queen D7, all roads lead to Rome. Just E7 is the easiest. Both moves win here for white. I'll take a break in a second, yeah. The Intergalactic Championship is in 2027, it's not in 2026. Yeah, so white won. Probably white won. There's some error with the board, but Prague gets the win. And Mamedov wins. What do we have? Galtham and Magnus are on the same number of points. Amazing. Okay, so bunch of wins, bunch of draws. Let's take a look at the other games. What do we have? And the other games are still going. Percentage of Fabi wins? I don't know. Will I make a YouTube title of Galtham Chess versus Magnus? Of course I could, yes. Okay, now I think King C3 is just easy. King C3, King B1. Polymarket still favors Magnus. Magnus is still probably the odds on favor because of how many games there are. But if Magnus doesn't win the next game, I think his odds should tank. Like, if Magnus draws another game, like in the next round, third round of the day, I think the odds should go down substantially. I mean, he can still get red hot and win 4 in a row and win the event. So I think the odds are still reasonable. But I think that I think that in general, if he gives up another draw like today, if he doesn't go 2 out of 2 in the last 2 games, I think the chance that he wins this event are very low, just because there are too many strong players left. There are too many strong players. He's not going to be able to just dominate everybody. Okay, now here it's important that you play like Rookie 2 here. Pawns could win, unlikely, but he could. Okay, last game of the second round, so third round should be starting relatively soon. When did Vladislav become beast? Artemiev has always been a very, very strong player. He just doesn't have the opportunities to compete that much. Yeah, A2, King A3. Here comes the checkmate on the queen side. GG's. Like Rook C4 here. A2 might be winning, but you don't want to play. I think A2 probably just winning because you have Rook C4, but it's a nervy move to play here. But it does win, actually, because A2, Rook G4, you don't go here, which would allow stalemate. But you go Rook C4 and then King A3. Nice trick. King B1, there's King B3. Yeah, there's King B3. Not takes, because this would be a draw here. Because now the king gets over. So you just go King B3 next move. My health is okay. I have some phlegm in my throat. Yeah, so that's over. Let's take a look. Are there any live games? I doubt it. Not many. Still a few left. But alright, I'm going to take my first break of the stream, and I'll leave the results up, and we'll be back in a second, and we'll keep going. So give me a bit, and I'll be right back, you guys. What happened? Let's play a little Blitz. I dropped a bunch of rating points playing a little bit of Blitz earlier, so time to go on another farming expedition. Need to find somebody to play. You know, maybe I want to play someone legitimately high rated. Let's challenge this guy. Max can definitely still win if he starts winning a bunch of games. Sending out some challenges. Someone's got to want to play. Magnus versus Hans, maybe. Hikaru mods me cover Magnus shoving the NRK camera after the loss. I did not see that. No, did he? Oh, did Magnus really shove the camera out of his face or something? I didn't change my shirt. No, I'm wearing the same shirt. He did? That's funny, actually. You know, I didn't say this at the time, but, you know, one thing that I thought was very peculiar, to me is when I saw Magnus playing in St. Louis in the Clutch Chess event, which he won, Magnus is definitely unnerved in a way that I've never seen before. Like, he was basically talking to himself all the time when he got bad positions, and I told myself then that obviously Magnus is still the best in the world, but as he stops dominating more and more, I think it's going to be less and less pretty. I will say that. Because like in St. Louis, it was very odd seeing him like talk to himself and all these animations. It was very, very weird to me to see, and I do have a feeling it's not going to be very pretty as Magnus continues, as the gap becomes less and less between him and the field. I mean, he is the best player in the world, obviously, so it's understandable how passionate he is about the game. But I do think it's going to become a little bit ugly. Okay, somebody's got to want to play some Blitz Wei. Unlike your path of emotional maturity, Magnus seems to be regressing. I mean, let's be fair. First of all, for me, I'm just going to say this. I've said it a million times. Like, I've been very lucky. I've found a path in life that has left me like very content and very happy with where I'm at. But let's be real. If I were only a chess player, I would feel the exact same way. I'd feel the exact same way. Let's not pretend. I'd be the exact same way. Because it's like it sucks when you start wondering and everything else. Like, it really does suck. And in Magnus' case, it's the best ever. Anytime he doesn't win, it's like this huge failure. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, Bobby or myself, we don't win. It's like, okay, it sucks sometimes, but, like, that's life. But Magnus is expected to always win. So I can only imagine how rough it has to be for him. Okay, nobody wants to play Blitz. Lovely. But yeah, I assume you can't watch the clip outside Norway. Someone will have to post the clip somewhere. I mean, I guess what I would say when people ask me about this generally topics, I see someone mentions me there. What I would say is that basically, you have to reach a point in life where you're accepting of how things are and the way things are. Like, once you reach that stage, like, there's a fine line, because like I accept it, but I still want to be competitive and play well. But there's a fine line between the two. And for me, I'm very content. So, like, when I play chess, yes, I get into the game, I'm competitive, I want to do well, obviously. But the result doesn't have the same impact on me the way that it once did. So, like, even if I lose a game, I'll be annoyed, obviously, because I don't like losing. But it's just a thing where it's like, okay, you know, that's that. Who cares? It's not going to change my life at all. I have a kid. I have more than enough money to live the rest of my life. Like, I mean, it's just, like, it's what it is. FIDE's latest tweet. Okay. Let's stop the music. Let's watch this. Let's watch this. What's this? Okay, here we go. 1 second. Let's watch this. Okay. Looks good. No muted. Let's put the sound at max. Let's watch this. As Magnus Carlsen lost to Vladislav Artemiev in round 7 of the FIDE World Championship in Doha. Let's watch it. Okay. Oh man. It looks like freestyle. I didn't see anything in freestyle. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I'll do it on my proper scene because I think we're gonna clip it. So I'll watch it one more time, you guys. 1 second. Let's watch it one more time. Where is it? One more time. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it like. How bad is this really? How bad is it, you guys? Give me an idea on a scale of like 1 to 10. How bad is this? How bad is this? How bad is this? I'll crop it a little bit more. How bad is this, you guys? This is gonna be a 4. Okay, let's watch it one more time. Let's go. Oh, yeah, my mod's already clipped it. So, yeah, let's go back. Okay. Yeah, let's go back. My mod's already clipped it, so no need to fake rewatch it again. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean it's not great. It's not great. Let's put it that way. I'll say that. It's not a great look. I'll say that. Oh, am I on Chess TV or something? Okay, that's why. Oh wait, is there a game still going? Oh my God, there's still a game going? Oh my God, there's still. Oh God, there's a game going. Then yeah, I'm gonna play some Blitz. I didn't realize there's a game still going. Oh man, the next round's gonna be in like 20 years. Oh man. Yeah, next game's gonna be in like 20 years. Okay, let's play some more Blitz then, or try to. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's what I said. It's just it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but yeah. I can get a game, I'll play someone, but I can't get a game. What's the problem? I mean, that's just the cameraman. You shouldn't be doing that. Like that like basically what I'm telling you, my general view on this whole topic, is pretty straightforward. What I would say about it is that basically at the board, I think everything is kind of like whatever. It happens. Like you slam a piece, you do the classic, you know, this one, you bang the board. Like I mean, all of that is I think pretty normal. But when it's like someone who has nothing to do with the game, you shouldn't really do that. You shouldn't really do that. That's what I would say. Like I mean, it's just a cameraman covering the game. It's like you're not at the actual board where you can throw a piece, you can bang the table, you can be like little like whatever, you know, like that's pretty standard. But in general, it's what it is. Okay, what is this? Stop the music. What is this? Okay, we have this website. What is this? What is this site? This is called Chess Stalker, apparently. This is called Chess Stalker. I've never touched this site. I don't know what it is. Let's see what it is. Okay. Let's see, what is this? So Chess Stalker. So this is basically figure out the DNA of your opponents. Okay, obviously what we're gonna do is we're gonna search Hikaru, I assume. See, does this work? Nope. Let's go to chess.com. Hikaru, enter. Here we go. Oh, let's take a look at this. What's this going to show me about myself? Okay, Hikaru has 421 games in the last 30 days. He is called the Phoenix. What is the Phoenix? I don't know what that means. Okay, Stalker scores 49. How predictable they are. So I'm very unpredictable. I'm 49, so I'm not predictable. Time trouble 50. Blunders under time trouble. Okay, so I'm in between. Tilts easily. Oh, I don't tilt easily. That's interesting. 15. So I don't tilt at all. No tilting whatsoever. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Yeah, I don't tilt whatsoever. No tilting allowed. So that's good to see, right? No tilting. Phoenix is, I know what a Phoenix is, of course. I don't tilt. Repetitive patterns, predictable moves. So I'm somewhere in between. Okay. Limited repertoire. I play the same openings 42. Okay, that's not surprising. I play a bunch of the same garbage openings online. Okay, let's take a look. Current form 70%. On fire. Okay. Okay, how to beat this player. This should be good. Recommended no outplay in the middle game. No clear opening weaknesses. The game will be decided in the middle game. What's funny, actually, is most top players who are asked, they would argue that my openings are probably the weakest part of my game. The middle game and end game is probably where I'm strongest. So it's kind of funny that they say the way to beat this player is in the middle game. But no opening weaknesses. I'll take it. That's good. Avoid these. Avoid the Nimzovich-Larsen attack variation. Apparently, I win 100% of the time. Apparently. Okay, avoid the B13 Caro-Kann exchange defense variation. I win 70% of the time. Very dangerous. This is the exchange variation. E4, C6, D4, D5, takes 6, bishop D3. Play fast in the end games. 20% timeouts. Put clock pressure. Okay. Careful. If you win first, wins 80% after losing. Dangerous. Okay. That's pretty funny. Okay. So basically, you don't want to beat me because I'll beat you the next game. No rematch. Exactly. No rematch. Exactly. Psychology. 70% stability, 15% tilt, 80% post loss, so that's good. Timeouts 20%, loss streak 3. So I have a controlled. Their longest consecutive losing streak was 3. This shows how bad their worst session gets. So my worst session is 3 games. I lose more than 3 games in a row. That's great. That's fantastic. How often they resign versus playing till checkmate, low percentage. Fighter who never gives up, 70%. Okay, so that's normal. Weaknesses. Okay, the AO1 Nimzovich-Larsen attack. Caro-Kann. Okay, traps used, falls into, repertoire. E4, B3, D4, knight F3, C4. My scores are strong with B3, 95.9%. That's what we call important. That's very, very good performance. Not bad. This is pretty good. Let's go to black. With black, what do I do? I'm strong. Strong with the with openings is black. Yeah, I did pretty well with all openings. Let's take a look at Magnus. Let's take a look at Magnus Carlsen. Okay. Magnus Carlsen, stock. Here we go. Can you look at it lifetime? I don't know. Oh, I looked at 30 days. They have 3 months also, so you can. Actually, I'll go back to myself in a second, but let's take a look at Magnus. He is also the Phoenix. He's a great attacker, good on defense time, doesn't tilt easily. He's a bad player under time pressure. Magnus blunders a lot under time pressure, 86. Okay, so that's Magnus's big weakness, time trouble. Okay. How to beat this player? Board. He loses on time 34% of games. That's very poor that Magnus loses 30% of the time. 3% of games on time. Careful if you win first. He wins a lot. Prepares for long games. Avoid certain openings. Okay, not bad. Now let's go to Let's go to Max. I don't think they have. Oh, all time. They have all time. Okay. All time. Let's see. No opening weaknesses. Complicate the game after move 20. 60 stability, tilt. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let's go back to me now. Let's go back to me because I didn't actually check myself on all time. Let's take a look at all time. Oh, you did stock again? Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I'm just showing you my all-time. A lot of games. It's gonna take forever to do? Yeah, just complicated positioning against Magnus, and it's gonna take so long, 70k games. Okay. No, it says 5,000 games all time. If I hit stock, will it work? It's stock. It's gonna max at 5k, but I'll double check just to make sure. It's probably gonna max at 5k, I guess, but let's see. I think the website crashed. Oh, did we just crash the website by going to it? I think for me it's cooked. So let's go back to Magnus Carlsen. Take a look at all time. Let's stock him all time. Oh, did we just crash it? Too many people using it? We might have crashed because too many people are using it. Oh no, okay, it looks. So it's gonna cap at 5k. It's gonna cap no matter what. Okay. You can prep with the site, of course you can. All you gotta do is stalk these people. Just stalk them. Come on, let's go. Did the game end, by the way? It didn't end yet, did it? No. Okay. Yeah, maybe the site's cooked. But this is actually pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I like this function. Like, okay, I mean, I think in general it's actually really cool. Chess.com should buy this to be an interesting little addition to their product overall. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at cancel the search. Let's take a look at him. Let's take a look at 3 months. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's stalk Gotham Chess. I mean, maybe it's like crashed. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, we crashed the site. Alright, that's life. Okay. Too many API calls, that's life, yes. Oh well. Website couldn't handle the aura. Yeah. Alright, you guys, so let's get back to the event then. So let's watch the events. Change the scene. Let's go back. There we go. There we go. Okay. Game finally ended, so round 7 is over. Actually, I think I'll try to play a few games because we're gonna have a long break before the next game. I think it's gonna be a long break, right? So yeah, I'm gonna set out some more challenges. No, there's not gonna be a new record because I lost a bunch of points earlier. I lost like 1 or 2 games. But I still want to play some Blitz. Site is back. Okay. Don't see it. Have you seen Botas reacting to edits of you? I don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, they don't even do anything chess related anymore, so it's really outside. It's outside my world or vision, or maybe it'll load for Levy. Let's see. Change. I was waiting to see if it would actually load or not. That's why I was waiting. But we'll see. Yeah, it's not working. playing. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna play some Blitz. Maybe it'll load. I don't know. Maybe. But I'd like to play some Blitz if I can. Because Blitz is the easiest way to kill some time, play some games, have a good time, chill. No one playing.